Okay, here we go. Different parts here, and you got to just focus in because this is all brand new. Okay, I need you to raise your hand or just yell out something, a question if you have some as we go along. All right. First is different vocab about the ellipse that we're going to go over. All right. There is a minor and a major axis to each ellipse. All right, meaning it's going to the wider part I call my major axis, this narrower part I call the minor. And now, is that always going to be the y is the minor and the x-axis is the major? No, they could flip-flop very easily. Okay, but there's a wide part to the ellipse, which I'm going to call the major axis, and there's a minor part, which there's a small, narrower part, which I'm going to call the minor axis. All right, and there's a center, just like there's a center to every circle, there's a center to the ellipse. All right, I am not going to go through any of this with you. If you would like to read it on your own, that's fine. I don't think it'll do us any good. I think it'll do us much better if we just get right into hardcore question. All right, so we're ready to go. All right, here are the equations. It's an orientation, horizontal, orientation, vertical. I'll get into that in a second. All right, let's go right to it, ladies and gentlemen. Ready to go. Okay, find the center of the following ellipses and whether the major axis will be vertical or horizontal. Wow, huh? How about that right off the bat? Well, that's probably the easiest to start from is the center. Okay, every ellipse comes in this form. All right, take a look as the fractions here, always equal to 1. We're going to stay there for now, always equal to 1, adding them up. All right, you will see a number plugged in with x, which I'm going to refer to as my h value, a number plugged in with the y, which I'm going to call my k value. The center always comes in the form of a coordinate, an x, comma, k coordinate. Okay, as you can see, if you look, I don't know where it is, I'm probably above. But everyone see the general form for an ellipse, x minus h, y minus k, where h and k are your center. Okay? So what I would like to know from you guys first is what number did I just plug in for h in that first example? What number did I just plug in for h? Oh, be careful here. Some people are going to say 2. Some people are going to say -2. Look at the equation. It's x minus h. Go back. X minus, what's your h value? 2. So the x coordinate of the center is 2. What's your k value? Y minus k. What did I just plug in for k? I just plugged in 1. So the center of this ellipse is going to be at 2, 1. And if you want to think of it this way, look, I'll make it easy on you, especially the seniors in here. Take the opposite side. Okay, take the opposite. If you want to know what the center is, 2, 1, take the opposite of what's in there. Okay, if it's +1, this would be -1. Okay, I'll make it easy on you so you don't have to remember all these darn rules. All right, questions so far? All right, where's the major axis? Will it be vertical or horizontal? Here's what I'm asking. Axis, is it going to be on the x-axis or is it going to be on the y-axis? Which one's the wider part? Here's how you can tell. Where's the bigger denominator? Where's the bigger denominator? 9, right? What's it under? The x. So is my major going to be horizontal or is it going to be vertical? All right, here we go. Major axis is horizontal. Let me just show you what's happening right now, please, before we get into another example. Don't try B out, please. Where was the center? I just want to show you where all these numbers come from before we go on to a different example. Where's the center again? And again, I'm sorry for this ghetto graph, but here you go. 2, 1. There's the center. What is the number underneath? What's the denominator for the x? What's the denominator for the x? 9. And if you look back, that number represents a squared. Okay? Just stay with me here. So here's what I'm going to do. So a squared is equal to 9's in there. What's the value of a? A is 3. Here's what that means, guys. From the center to locate another point on the ellipse, 1, 2, 3 units to the right. 1, 2, 3 units to the left. Guess where I would go on the y-axis? There's a 4 here. That's my b squared value is 4. What's my b value? 2. So that means I go 2 units up and 2 units down. I'm going to have you graph these by the end of class. There's a sketch of my ellipse. So this number in the denominator is pretty powerful. It tells you how many to go to the right or to the left, how many to go up and down. And where was the wider part? Hey, where was the wider part? Horizontal. There it is. There's the wider part. There's your major axis. And this one would be called my, what do we call this one? The more narrow one. That's my minor. Okay? I'm just trying to show you what's coming up here. Everyone good? So these numbers right here, these are the distances squared. Next. Center for this ellipse. Ooh, there's nothing there with the y. I know that. Thank you. What's the x-coordinate at least of the center? 4. And anybody want to take a guess if nothing's there? Stop. Everyone just stop. Killing me. What must I have plugged in for k to get y squared? Jack, please help, please. 0, right? What's y minus 0? Oh, my God. Y minus 0? Y minus 0. Square it, you get y squared. So if you just see y squared or x squared by itself, that's telling you the coordinate must have been 0. 4, 0. Where will the major axis be, horizontal or vertical? Where's the bigger denominator? Where's the bigger denominator? With the y, right? So it's going to be on the y-axis, so it's vertical. Yep, major axis is vertical in this case. Real quickly before I go, if there's a 4 here, how many units away left and right would I go from the center? And up and down, how many units would I go from the center? 5, up and down, yep. You guys are picking it up pretty quickly. Whew. All right, here we go. Yeah, now we're going to graph. So get your axes in right now. Might as well, so we're not wasting time. Get your axes in. Let's graph this sucker. Anybody, the center? You got x squared and you got y squared. Center? 0, 0. Ooh, now we have to find the length of the major and the minor axis. So how many units are there? Okay, we can do this. Ready? First of all, where's the major one going to be? The major one's going to be on the x one, right? I got a 64 here. So how many units am I going to go here? A squared equals 64. How many units left and right am I going to go? 8 units. Let's graph them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that one going to be the major or the minor if you look at the equation? Major or the minor? That's the major. So can somebody tell me the length? Because it's asking for the length of the major axis. You just went 8 that way and 8 that way. How long is the major one? 16. All right, what about on the y-axis? How many up and down am I going to go if there's a 25 here? I'm going to go 5 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So minor axis, you went 5 above and 5 below. How many units it will be? 10 units long, yep. And now you can simply, at the best of your ability, go ahead and graph in your ellipse. Make it some curves, make some curves. We're not going straight lines here. Always has a wider part, always has a narrower part. We good? Questions? We're moving on to the next one, but I don't want to interrupt anybody else's conversation, so I'll just wait till everyone's done conversating and texting because I don't want to be the bad guy and interrupt anybody. That would be rude of me. Because I know I'm asking a lot these next couple of days. Driving me nuts. Center for part B. Center for part B. 4, -2. Go ahead and graph it if you want right now. We'll do this piece by piece. 4, -2. Where's the major axis going to be, on the Y or the X? It's going to be on the Y. Good. How many units should I go above and below? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How long is the major axis? No. Major. How long is it? Major axis is 10 units. Yep. And then how far on the right and the left are we going here? 3 units. Yep. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And how long's the minor axis now? 6 units. Any issues finding the center, getting points to the right or to the left? We're all good because I have one more concept to go over today, and that's finding a different point on the ellipse. All good. Anything? Ask now, guys. Please ask now. All right. Next points we got to talk about are called the foci. All right. Foci, however you want to. I've heard it pronounced both ways. All right. Foci. Let me show you how to find it, and then I'll tell you what the purpose is. Okay? Because I don't want to. We're good right now with all this algebra stuff. I don't want to lose you. First, I'll tell you this. The foci are located on the major axis. Okay, they're always located on the major axis. C units from the center. And I'm going to show you how to find C now. Okay, so always on the major axis, C units from the center. So let's go part A. Sorry, I got to go back and forth. Where was the major axis for equation A? On the x-axis. So my foci, when I find them, there's 2 of them. They will be located somewhere on the x-axis in between these 2 vertices. Okay, so that's where my foci are going to be located. And I'll tell you what they mean at the end. Just let me help you locate them. So how do I get this C value? Everyone ready? This is a big part of today and the rest of the unit. Here's how I get the C part. A squared minus B squared is going to be equal to C squared. I have to solve for C. Do you guys remember where this was found again? A squared and B squared. Hey, I'll go back. Do you remember where A squared and B squared were? Those are the darn denominators. And it's never negative. You always put the higher one first. All right, it's not the left minus the right. It's always the higher one first. All right, so go back to example part A. What are my A squared and B squared values? 64 and 25. So 64 minus 25. Hey, and I've done this. I've done this. Don't square them. All right, don't square them. I drove myself nuts on one of these problems the other day, and I'm like, what am I doing? Oh, they're already squared. 64 and 25 equals c squared. Help me find the value now. Here we go. Help me find the value. 64 minus 25. 39 equals c squared. What are you going to do on both sides here? Square root. And in the directions, it says round to the nearest tenth. Round to the nearest tenth. So c is going to be about 6.2. All right. All right. Here's how we're going to find the foci now. Where is it located? On the major axis. And for this example, where was our major axis? Where was our major axis, the x or the y? The x. So here's what I'm going to do. It's the distance, the c value from the center. What was our c value? So I'm going to go, ready? Where's my center? 0, 0. I'm going to go 6.2, negative 6.2 in both directions. Okay? So if I go to the right, where would my foci be? One foci be located on to the right? What would be, if I went 6.2 units this way, where would I be? 6.2, comma, 0. I'm going 6.2 units from the center. So 6.2 to the right, 6.2 from the left, and I want to know what coordinate I end up on. We all right? Yes, no, Matt? Can we do this, or? I'm talking everyone, not just Matt here. So one coordinate's going to be, what do we say, 6.2, comma 0. And the other one's going to be, if I go in the other direction, negative 6.2. And that's easy because the center was 0, 0. What happens if it's not 0, 0? We got to do a little adding and subtracting on our own. All right? Okay, part B. Look at your graph for B, everyone. Where was the major axis for part B? Okay, so it's going to be somewhere, not on the y-axis, but up and down. All right, so here we go. Help me find the c value first to find the foci. What are your a squared and b squared here? 25 minus 9 equals c squared. Ooh, nice here, huh? Because c squared equal to? Nice. C value here? 4. All right, now we got to do a little work now. Now we got to do a little work. Let me go back to the graph. Yep, we're ready. From the center, I'm going to go 4 units. Up, down, or right, left? Which way on this case? Up and down, because the foci is always on the major axis. All right? So what point is the circle? What point is the center right now? 4, negative 2. And I'm going to go 4 units up and 4 units down from that. Okay, that's at 4, negative 2. So are we all in agreement what coordinate's not going to change? The x value is not going to change when I go up and down. All right, so I know it's going to be 4 comma something, 4 comma something, 4 comma something. Can you guys find that something for me, please? From the center, I'm going to go up 4 and down 4. What y coordinates do I end up at? From the center. Think they got it? What's one? I'll take either coordinate. 4, 4, 2. Nice job, everyone. 4, 2. And when I go down, it'll be 4, negative 6. Yeah, okay. You're doing pre-calc stuff here. I'm, all joking aside, pretty proud. All right, especially when I only have about 3 weeks of class left. I do appreciate the effort for most of you. All right, we ready to throw it all together now? Let's finish this now. I'll give you the graph. I need some stuff from you. Yeah. Find the length of the major and the minor. Write the equation of the ellipse. And find everything except graphing it. All right, well, let's just start. Find the length of the minor and the major. We got this, guys. I got faith. We got this. Just be careful. I hate to throw this other wrench in the plans, but notice the scale on the graph, please. Okay, going by twos, going by twos. But I did give you coordinates, so going by twos, everyone, going by twos. So the major one, is it on the X or the Y, the major one? Okay, definitely on the X. And as you guys can see, you're going from -9 to 9, it looks like. -9 to 9. So how long is the major? 18 units. Great. Minor one is going from what? 4 to -4. So that's going to be a distance of 8 units. You guys are on a roll here. Okay, ready for the equation. We can do it. We got it. We got it. Something plus something equal to 1. Yeah, here we go. Can you guys identify the center first? 0, 0. So what should go on the tops here? X squared and Y squared. We got it now. Now let's talk denominators. A squared and B squared. Ready? The A and the B are the distance from the center to the end of the ellipse. So here's my center, 0, 0. How far is it? To one vertex on the ellipse on the x-axis from 0 to 9. So that's 9 units. Square it. Boom! 81 on the bottom. Whoa, what? Yeah, you calm down. Okay. Socks and flip-flops. Yep. Yeah. No. It's got, look. I'm going on the x-axis, right? Going on the x-axis. On the y, from the center to one vertex, what distance? 4, square it. Foci. Got to find the C value. What are my A squared and B squared values? 81 minus 16 equals C squared. That tells me what? 65 equals C squared. What's your distance here for C? So about 8.1 to the nearest 10th. All right. Can you explain to me what you're going to do with that 8.1 to find the foci? Where's it going to be located? The major. Where's the major? On the x-axis. What's your center? So from 0, 0. Add 8.1, subtract 8.1, right? From 0, 0. What are going to be your new coordinates for the foci? Oh, that would be on the y-axis, though. That's on the y-axis if you start out with 0. So it should be 8.10 and negative 8.10. Yep. Those are your foci. All right, last one. Let's finish this strong. Major. Length of the major one. Well, hey, you don't try to count. Hey, guys, don't try to count. Look, they give you the center, and they give you this point. You got negative 5, 1 and negative 5, 7. How many units is that? Oh, boy. From negative 7 to positive 1, what distance is that? So that's a distance of 8, so that's going to be a distance of 8. So major axis, 16 units. What about the minor? Look, negative 5 to negative 9, that's a distance of 4. That'll be a distance of 4, so the minor one, 8 units. All right, let's see who's on this. Can you come up with the equation for me? They already told you the center is negative 5, 1. What should go in my first fraction here? X. What goes in the parentheses? X. Opposite the sign, plus 5 squared. Ooh, what should go on the bottom? This is the X, right? This is the X. What was that distance right there? That was 4 squared, 16. I don't square, hey guys, I don't square this here. Okay, this is what I end up squaring here. That's your A value, your B value. What goes in this parenthesis here? Y minus 1 squared. And then what do you think here now? Well, the whole thing was 16. What's half of it? 8, square it. Can you find the foci on your own? See what you can do. You got 64 minus 16 equals c squared. Find the c value. Your c value, 6.9. You guys know where the center is. Should you guys be going left, right, or up and down to find these foci? Up and down, because it's on the major axis. Yep. So what coordinate's not going to change if you go up and down? Okay, so right here, your foci should be negative 5 comma something, negative 5 comma something. And you should be adding and subtracting 6.9 to that y value. One of them, negative 5 and 7.9, going up and going down, negative 5.9. All right, just prepare for tomorrow. I'm going to be, unfortunately, right over your shoulders watching you do some of these. All right, just to make sure because it's not going to get any easier from here, unfortunately. So make sure you work with some people you can work with tomorrow and just not work with somebody who may just copy.